Loved ones, it's TJ. I am back. I've been itching to get back. I wanted to actually do a live video, but we're going to do the second best thing, okay? I want to talk about energy. Lots of people talk about how they want to protect their energy, and it's important for them to protect their energy and this and that. And I figured this is a good topic to get started on now. Let me just share a couple of things with you that I do. But before I get into that, I want to just let you know that when you have dominion over your own energy, no one else can zap it from you. You have to make sure that you know that you are a sovereign being and that you have control over that aspect of yourself. Okay. So everything that people might accuse others of or point the finger and all of that, no, it's all within. You are the entire boss of this if in relation to other people. Okay, I hope that makes sense because I said a lot of words there. Okay. Also, this video is for people who are in the service industry. Even if you're on the phones and you're talking to lots of people, you might feel drained after a long day of work. Or if you are in the industry where you're helping people like patients, like hospitals and nursing homes and stuff, that's another thing where you may feel area where you may feel drained when you get off work. I feel it's important too that when you are in these particular industries, you are keeping your energy to yourself and then allowing others to keep their energy to themselves so that you don't take on any of whatever is going on in the air. Okay. Another thing is sometimes when people have issues with releasing weight, or if they have like a midsection that they have a hard time releasing, it could be because you have not only maybe some stress or something like that, but it could also be that you might be carrying some stress from caring for a loved one, or there's a lot of things that it could be, but that's like something that I wanted to address just to make sure that everybody is copacetic. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into it. First of all, when we talk about protecting, I'd rather say permission. In other words, that energy has permission to stay over there, and I have permission to keep my energy over here. The two shall never merge together. Okay, that's how I see it. I don't say protection because for me that implies that there's an issue or a problem. And because we like to keep the frequency high vibrational, and we like to keep things at a level where we're not resisting, I prefer, instead of I'm going to protect my energy, I got to protect my energy, it's more like, no, I give you permission to keep your energy over there and I'll keep my energy over here. So the first thing that I do, like before I leave the house, I visualize that, we all have an auric field, okay? But I visualize my auric field. We can't see it. Some people can. I visualize closing it in closer to my body. So basically I'm egging up. And I'm in I visualize myself in like this I think of it as a glittery, sparkly, white, golden light that I'm in. And I make sure that my auric field is very close. And what I decide to do is, instead of protecting, I say permission. So I use permission roses. So actually I visualize that I have a rose somewhere, it floats around in front of me, and depending on how many people I'm going to be around, or if I'm going to a public place where there's lots of people, I might have multiple roses all around me. And what happens is those roses are like boundary areas, and then if someone is maybe getting close, or even with driving down the street, I visualize that the rose is dividing and I'm giving other people a rose so that they can have their own space. So the permission rose is a technique that I use even when I'm just driving down the road, when I am doing remote healing, because I do remote healing with crystals and elements and other holistic modalities. I do that to make sure that I'm shielding myself from anything that's, I'm helping someone else through. And I'm also shielding them from something that may be coming on for me. Like I might get some kind of a knee pain or whatever. I want to make sure that those energies don't mix. And so you can do this just before leaving out. I like to do it, and all you have to do is visualize it. I like to also visualize from my trunk that there are roots in like a tree trunk just from my butt, okay, just from your trunk area. That is the root energy center. You have roots just burying deep within all the way through to the earth's crust. So you're grounding yourself. So you're grounded and you have dominion over your space, over your energy. That's how I do it, and I do it with ease. I do it comfortably, and all it takes is imagination. Okay. Another thing that I do is I work with crystals. So I like to use black tourmaline. I don't always feel that I need the crystals, but if I want to add crystals to this, I'll do that. I talked about black tourmaline in a previous video that I have that I posted not long ago. But black tourmaline is easily and readily available at your local crystal shops, metaphysical shops, if that's something that you're interested in. Not everybody is interested in working with crystals, and you don't have to. You can actually just use your imagination. And I'm trying to think if there's something else that I like to do. There are multiple things that I like to do. Oh, if you are in a situation and you might be around maybe in an environment that you can't get out of like quickly, you can, on top of the glittery, beautiful, glittery, glowy, white golden light, the egg that you are in, and make sure that egg is zipped up, okay? You can also visualize that disco ball mirrors are all around you. So whatever is coming on, it's like return to sender. Okay, so you're returning it to sender. Another good crystal to work with that I use to return to sender is fire agate. That's another one that's relatively easy to get a hold of, fire agate. And another thing that I like to do is I like to, you see my fingers, figure eights. I like to do this all over. And sometimes, like if you do this and your auric field has a hole in it, you'll be able to feel, like right now, and I do this every day, I can feel like my skin crawling. Like I can feel the energy from me doing this. That means that there was some sort of opening. I haven't left the house today, so this would have already been done. And I just do figure eights, and visualize them, like golden light as you're doing it, your whole body. And you just go around, little bitty figure eights. You don't have to be perfect because your intention is all that you need. You go down to your feet, you go all around, and you can do this, walk in a circle and do this. And that is another way that is actually how you can close your your auric field. There are some other things, but I figured these were some practical tips to give you so that you can kind of practice and ponder on, see what resonates with you best. And remember, it is not protecting your energy because you have dominion over it. It is permission. You have permission to stay over there in your lane, and I have permission to stay over here in mine. Okay? All right. Let's see. Oh, one more thing. You can, after you, especially if you have one of those jobs where you are, like around a lot of people, okay? Or you're talking to a lot of people. And I'm going to say this, even on the phone, I'll visualize the permission rows and all of the zip up in the auric, mirrors and all of that. But also you can actually, what was I going to say? Oh, when you get home from work or when you leave work, you can just say, I release all energy that is not my own. I restore all of my high vibrational frequency energy. Like sometimes I'll say something like that and I'll be like, of love, of ease and bliss. Whatever you want to say that fits you and fits your situation and that resonates with you. And you visualize your energy just regenerating from feet all the way up through your crown. Just visualize it. And that's it. And you just say, I am whole, I am whole, I am whole. I hope these practical tips helped. Until the next video, live simply and be kind.